Hello everybody and welcome to episode number 10 of Improve with Apollo. I hope you are enjoying the new format of my Improve with Apollo series and show. Do make sure to leave some more feedback within the YouTube comments. If you want to send me a tweet as well, you can do that at ApolloSC2. But overall, thanks for the general support of the series. But now moving on to episode number 10, we have a Protoss player. We have a Platinum Protoss player that goes by the name of Lex, real name, in-game name Blade. So thanks for sending in your email here, Lex. And also for anybody else that wants to participate in the show itself, make sure that if you are sitting there right now and watching this video saying, these videos, they're pretty good actually, you know, I'm learning a lot, but you could be the one on the experiment table. Alright, you can send in your email and maybe I'll have the chance to review it. Of course, I do have a lot of applications, but I do filter through, because on each episode I want something different. I do filter through, so you would have the chance maybe to get yourself on here where I can personalize the aid and the information directly to you. So go ahead and do that, at improvewithapollo@gmail.com. You can see the comments below in this YouTube video and you can find out all the details there as well. But for now, let's go ahead and have a look at the email that's been sent in here by Lex. Hello Apollo, you're one cool person. I'm sending this email because I feel I can't win games I should be able to win. I hope you can help me improve so I don't make the mistakes that I'm currently making and so I can have a clear game plan in the mid stages of the game. Real name Lex van der Meer, I hope I said that cool, age 18 from the Netherlands, Platinum Protoss. I've been playing on and off since release of StarCraft 2. I started in Diamond League in the first season, and after that I got into Platinum and Gold. Unfortunately went downhill a little bit there, but you are currently in Platinum, and I feel like my macro is quite good, but I don't have a game plan in the mid stages, or don't seem to have a game plan. I'm having the most trouble against Terran, and I hope you can give me some direction as to what I should be doing in those situations. I'm not too sure what those situations mean, but I'll have a look within the game, I suppose. I will break down every single move you make. I also have problems with when to attack, when to take my third and fourth. Okay, so general rule here is, or there's two general rules already that I can see just from the email. When to attack, don't attack is number one. As a Protoss player, the most success you're going to have in the lower leagues and even above is defense, 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 3-3 timing attack. Alright, that's going to be a general overall plan. And I think a lot of people will have success with that. So defend against drops, take a third base, defend against drops again, chronoboost, chronoboost, chronoboost. When 3-3 is ready, you have Colossus and Storm and go. And then you can naturally hit a timing, and then if the game goes on, the game goes on. But usually what you'll see is happen is the game will end around that stage. And then you say actually that you have trouble taking a third and fourth base expansion. I'll have a look in the game to try and give you some more specific pointers on that one. And I've attached a replay of me versus a Terran. I hope you'll help me improve. Of course, I'll try my best here, Lex. Thanks for reading, and thanks for you, Lex, for sending in this replay and email. Once again, I will be using our wonderful notepad here. I do have it with word wrap this time. Thanks for the feedback, guys, in the YouTube comments. I didn't know about that, and now I do. And I'll be filling this up as long as we go. So we're hopefully looking for 5 good pointers, and then I'll conclude on where you need to change and how to improve your play. So let's now go ahead and take it into the battlefield. Let's go ahead and load right in already. Alright, so let's take a sip of my water. Excellent. Alright, so first things first, Antigua Shipyard, I'll set it to, take the production tower, I'll set it to your vision here, and I'm going to say a couple of things. Initially on, this is your thought process, or should be your thought process, saying, alright, I'm Rocky Balboa, I'm loading into my first ladder match of the day, I will win. Alright, that's the thought process. Next part of that is, it's a 4-player map, it's Antigua Shipyard. You want to be scouting after Pylon. You want to scout after Pylon because a lot of Terran players nowadays, they like to wall themselves in, they like to go refinery, barracks, barracks, refinery, whichever way they want to work around, and they want to hide information a lot. And as a Protoss player, it is very difficult to play against hidden information, right? So the best chance for you getting in there early on is to Pylon Probe Scout. Unfortunately, you didn't do that, and you've gone Gateway Scout. So I think that's a small little mistake here. I think that on 4-player maps, and pretty much every single map, you want to get in there as fast as possible to find out, does he have gas, yes or no? What are his options already? Start to build an image of your opponent. So I'm actually just going to go ahead and jump over right away to our notepad, and I think that's a big enough point to throw in already here. Consider Pylon scouting every game from now on, and notice the difference. The more information you can get, the better you're going to be. Alright, so let's jump into the game now. So, your probe didn't find him over here. I doubt you're going to get too much information if he's in the bottom right or over here, of course, because you were a little bit too late, which is why you want to pile on scout. You want to be building a zealot. Okay, so a couple of things here I need to look at. So, first of all, you're not building a zealot. You definitely, if you're gonna gateway scout, you have to build a zealot, because you're basically, when you gateway scout, and saying, well, you know, I don't think I'm really gonna be able to scout him. That's a big deal. And if you don't scout him, you don't really know if there's going to be a barracks down here, if he's got double barracks up here, if he's going to put down, you know, whatever aggressive strategy and opening. So you need a zealot to be able to defend against these kind of openings. Without a zealot, you're open to a lot of aggressive early on builds and all-ins and cheeses, basically. So you do need a zealot early on. Skipping it doesn't make sense. Only skip the zealot if you have a reason to do so, which is seeing command center first, maybe. Seeing one barracks command center. But in this game, as we can see, you have been denied access into his base. And there's a marine out, and you've got absolutely no information whatsoever. So you are completely in the dark. Luckily for you, it's not like a proxy marauder or something along those lines. He does have just a barracks on the top here. We don't know if he's, well, we do know if he's walled off because your probe bounced down the sides here instead of going up the ramp. So he's got supply depot, barracks, supply depot. But we don't actually know if he's taking gases, if he's gone 3-4 barracks before expanding. So you are in the dark, unfortunately. What I would like you to do now is send this probe, keep it on the Zalnoga tower. And in this scenario, right now, like I said, I would have liked to see the Zealot out, because the Zealot could already be halfway across the map, coming to scout with the Stalker as well. That's another purpose of the Zealot. And I'm going to write this down here as well, in your little notepad here. Don't skip the Zealot unless given a good reason to. What was I going to say? Not only good defensive, but very good scouting. Alright, so let's go ahead and get straight in here again. So into the game we are. So we're going for the Stalker. What you have to do now is go double Stalker. You've got a couple of options after double Stalker, because you want obviously double Stalker to go scout out and be defensive, push any early Marines back. But what you want to be doing here, Blade, is double Stalker, and then you have two options. You either go down double Stalker, take a Nexus, and then gas and so on. But what you could do, actually, is take another gas. So double Stalker, another Gateway, another gas, and then go 2 Gateway Robo. This is something I did in the Protoss tutorials. It gives you a good, comfortable defense setup against any early pressure builds, and you don't fall too far behind against regular play as well. So 2 Stalkers out. Oh, where did that probe go? Did that probe go all the way home? The one that was scouting? The one that was here? Okay. So I would have loved to see this on the Zalnoga Tower. Because if you hold the Zalnoga Tower like this, it gives freedom for your Stalkers to come up to the Zalnoga Tower and not get blinded by the smoke. For example, if you now lose the Zalnoga Tower range, he can have 5-6 Marines in here if he's got multiple barracks, and you can lose your Stalker early on, which is very, very bad because you're pretty much dead then. If he has Marauders, you get Concussor Shell hit, you can die there as well. So holding the Zalnoga Tower I think is very important here, considering you are low on information. Killing the SCV good, and then if you had the Zalnoga Tower now, is the chance where you move across with 2 Stalkers, you could maybe build a 3rd Stalker too, and just get across there and start doing a bit of scouting information. You could come up to his ramp and be like, alright, well what does he have here? Does he have Marines, Marauders, Bunker, no Bunker? You'd see 3 Marines, you'd be like, oh, 2 Stalkers, 3 Marines, or probably 4 by the time it gets down there. Excellent! And you start to get more information on what's actually going on in this game. So I think that's pretty important for you to think about to improve your game from here on out. So you opt to take a gas. Okay, I don't agree with double Gateway here. I would have preferred 1 Gateway, 1 Robo, and then just a faster expansion. Because the thing is, I just saw it now, is that just because you haven't scouted him doesn't mean he's doing a 1-base attack. Voila. A lot of Terran players do this nowadays, where they go supply depot, back, supply depot, but they still expand anyway. And you get caught off guard a little bit. You fall a little bit behind because you've got all this resource into production rather than economy. And that could actually hinder you and hinder your progress a lot. So a couple of things here starting to build up now, and how I think it should have gone down and how you should have played this. Alright, so Robo, okay. Very one base oriented at the moment. Probes are looking good in the main. Yeah, they're okay in the main. I think actually, let me just have a look at your Chrono Boost. Spider sense tingling. Wait, so one. Where's this go? Oh, I knew it! Alright, this is a bad Chrono Boost here. Sorry, I had a look at it. I'm like, wait a minute, why is the Cybernetics core not done yet? And I thought that this might have happened. So, you've Chrono Boosted in here, Lex, into your Nexus here when you don't need to. I've highlighted here the probes that are mining minerals. 15. With the Chrono Boost in now, you're pretty much Chrono Boosting into your economy when it's not needed. For example, one more probe coming out normally is one base standardized saturation. Of course, you can put 2 more on there as well, which is okay. But you don't need a Chrono Boost into it. It should have been in the Cybernetics core, especially the way you're playing this out. Very blind, maybe expecting an attack any minute. This Chrono Boost doesn't make sense. It should have been in the Cybernetics core to get the Warp Gate research out faster, so that you could now be having double Chrono Boost in the Cyber core maybe, and have your gateways out, ready to go, if any attack was to come. Anyway, so you do expand behind this. Okay, so like I said, should have been 2 gateway robo instead of 3. I don't think you'll see use of 3 gateways here. To be honest, you could have done all this on 2 gateways. Your observer now makes its way across the map for the first time. We're getting a bit of information. Only a handful of Marines. Okay, a few more now. A few more again. Okay, so you start to see this coming across. Good unit composition. I really like the unit composition. I love your position here as well. And we now see that he's added on or got these barracks down. So it's definitely an expansion play now. You probably tell this by now, of course, with the tech labs down. Unless you see combat shields down, he probably isn't going to have stim. But definitely just double check with the observer. Looking at these Marines, in my opinion, in my mind, I'd be like, alright, this is an expansion play. This is what I would have already figured it out to be. I would have been feeling, alright, I got tricked. He's got double gas. He's got the 3 barracks down. Alright, whatever. He's just playing normal. With these Marines down, you actually can beat them all. You have a Guardian Shield available. 75 energy. You technically have 2, but you only need 1. So I'd use 1 Guardian Shield and then a couple of Force Fields behind. And what he's probably going to do here is poke up with a single Marine, I guess. Yeah, okay, so with poking it with a single Marine here, he's going to run away. Absolutely going to run away. He's going to be like, oh crap, I pressed B. Okay, it's okay. So let me show you. This is what he's thinking right now. Alright, so he's here. Alright, I don't really know what this guy's doing. I haven't really seen what he's doing. Got my full barracks down. I got all my gases down. Great. Things working out really well here. 7 minutes 53. I guess maybe I can maybe go up here. So let's send Weapon Marine. Holy cow! No. And yeah, so that's how he's gonna play this out. And now he just retreats. So now you've lost your little advantage where I think you could have killed every single Marine. You got a lot of Chrono Boosts available. Your probe count's really low, 28 to 34, and mules. So your income's really low compared to his. A couple hundred difference, I guess. Spiking up to 1,800. Make sure you get your zealots at the front here. Okay, so you're actually going to kill every single Marine anyway. Okay. I guess things do work out. Guardian Shield should have been first. I don't like these force fields, actually. They don't really do anything. Decent micro on your behalf, and you kill everything. Okay, good. Now, this actually turns things around. What I want to see now is Chrono Boost. Oh, you actually have just used Chrono Boost into the Nexus, I think, as you were doing that. You want to Chrono Boost into the Nexus. Stop building units. Okay, so you Chrono Boost into the Nexus. Okay, really good, Lex. Good, Lex. Good. Alright, so upon killing this off, you basically kill a lot without losing anything, right? So if you look at the units resource loss tab, you've got a massive advantage, right? You just killed off 600 resources for nothing. Right now, all you need to do is Chrono Boost into the Nexus. Make sure your saturation's a little bit thinner on this main. As you can see, I have a little bit too many probes. You can pick off a couple like that and send 5 down here. You got 200 gas, so definitely throw down the Robo Bay now. So this is what your plan should be at this stage. We'll see if you do it or not. So with all these units, I go up to the front door and I knock on the door and I say, knock, knock. He says, who's there? And by the time he actually has a peek, you're already gone. Because all the SCVs will be there saying, who's there, right? So definitely poke up, pull the SCVs to the front, and then come back. Just a bit of a pressure. While Chrono Boosting into the Nexus, building a Robo Bay, getting down to Forge, Twilight Council. I think Forge Blink play is going to be very strong here in the mid game. Your observer sees, okay, bunkers down, 4 barracks down, robotics bay coming down, great, double gas, okay, excellent. So you actually follow up, this is really good. I don't agree with the pylon in the middle of the map here. I don't think that's actually needed whatsoever. Because you're not looking to attack, you're a defender, you're a defensive player. That's what Protoss are, so don't build a pylon out there. Oh, okay, I really don't agree with this, Lex. This could be where all your problems occur. You mentioned in the email, when do I take my third base, when do I attack? So the attack in this has been pretty, you nailed it down. You went for 3 gateways robo before expanding, which naturally means you have a big army. And then you see his small army. Big army kills small army. You take the middle of the map. You're not looking to attack into bunkers and statement naturally because you're just going to lose. So you actually dealt with when do I attack fine. And obviously the rule of thumb, don't attack until 3-3 and maxed out. This third base rule, like I said, don't expand unless you know he's expanding. The reason for that is your opener drops in the main base here, drop dead. You got nothing there, nothing. You're all in the middle of the map, which is why, like I said, you poke at the front and then you come back. What happens if he drops you now? What, have you seen a factory? Have you checked at the back here? Do you know he's got one somewhere? Is it down here? What happens if he drops you right now? Like, do you just warp in units and die? So I think staying in the middle of the map is bad, and then on top of it, this third nexus I think is pretty bad too. And the reason for that is because on a map like Antigua Shipyard, it's known for having a difficult mid game for Protoss players because they have to deal with a drop in the main. Maybe a drop on the third. Once you spread yourself too thin, and without the mobility of Blink, without a very large army because you only have 3 gateways, I don't see how you're meant to defend it against a good aggressive Terran player in the mid game. You're warping in units into the middle of the map, so if he did drop you right now, you can't even warp in anything. So I'd be very frightened with how you're playing this out at the moment. You're covering the angles in case he runs by or walks by, but you got to be thinking more about drops at the moment. So your medivacs are out now, as we can see. Double Forge, I would have preferred Forge and Twilight Council now to get Forge and Blink. Like +1 armor and Blink would have been great. I'm a little bit worried. If he hits you with aggression, I think you may die, but if not, we'll see. Don't need to be in the middle of the map. I still don't understand why you're here. Just leave the probe on the Xel'Naga Tower. Like, what are the units actually doing here? If he comes out and attacks you, do you want to fight anyway? I don't think you want to fight this anyway. Like, you don't have a Colossus there. I'm trying to figure out, Lex, why you're in the middle of the map. I mean, it's good to have map control. You have map control. You have an observer. You can leave a probe here. You took map control away from him. You don't need to have your army there. And I think if you just get dropped on your third base, this gets killed. Drop in the main is better now because you've got Colossus there. You're never going to take a fight in the middle of the map anyway. And I guarantee that as soon as he comes out, you're running away. Lucky you got the units in to defend against this drop, which is good. 1-1 on the way. Probes are good. A little bit of a pylon block. Your gateway count incredibly low for 3 base. 55 probes, don't have the highest probe count, but right now is probably when you're on 500 minerals where you want to be throwing down a bunch of gateways. To be honest, if I was playing this game and I was on 2 base and I played out my style, so which is 1 gateway Nexus into Colossus and 1 Forge, 1 Twilight, I'd be playing on 6 gateways on 2 base. You're on 5 gateways and 3. And I don't think you're going to have to get the count necessary. And it definitely needs to throw down like 5-6 gateways. Okay, 2 Colossus, Twilight Council coming down. Okay, so here's gateways 4. Okay, 4 gateways puts you to a total of 9 here, and that's still not enough. 9 gateways is good before you take a third base, but now it's fully saturated. 61 probes. You're looking at really good economy, like really, really good income. If you don't throw down 5 more gateways again, or continuing to, or not even 5, maybe 5 is a little bit too much. An extra 4 gateways. Then I think what's going to happen is your money's going to get way too high, way too fast. Pylons and gateways need to come down. Chronoboost into the Forge is good. Templar Archives immediately. You haven't really looked at if he's expanded or not. You see a lot of Vikings, but you don't know if he's actually taken a third base. And which is, like I said, very, very dangerous. But for you in this game, things are working out rather well. He didn't attack you. He didn't harass you a lot. He's just building a big army, and he's looking for one big fight rather than multiple attacks and multiple harassment. So early third base will, for you in this game, benefit you a lot more than it would have been if you played it different. So Templar Archives needs to come down. Zealot Charge needs to come down. 2-2 needs to come down. Okay, good. Okay, his movement comes out now, and you do leave anyway. Alright, so this is where you're in a bit of a pickle. You're in a bit of an awkward position right now. He scans the middle, sees that you're not there. You got a decent army, but your army composition looks bad. Oh, 1 zealot? You kidding me? Alright, so look at your resources. As mentioned, without the gateway count here, Lex, your money's a little bit too high. So you definitely need more gateways. So I'm actually going to come over to the notepad. So I'm going to address a couple of things here, because I think I've spoke about a lot, and I need to get this down for you. So, basic rules as Protoss. What was it? God damn, what was the first rule I said? I can't remember. But the other one was basic rule. Okay, so it was about attack. Never attack unless clear chance. Defend until 3-3 and go, go, go. That's when to attack. Rule number 2 is never take thirds unless big advantage or until he takes it. So other things to mention now. So those are a couple of basic rules I mentioned before that will help you out. Another thing to mention in here is going to be okay, so I actually mentioned the third base taken. Okay, that's fine. Alright, so let's just come back into the game. Alright, so army composition. 4 zealots. You got way too many stalkers. So let me just describe a scenario. Marauder versus Stalker is like man with sledgehammer versus kitten. It's not going to be a nice sight. Your army's going to melt really, really fast. So you got no buffering. You need so many more zealots. You're a little bit supply blocked. You only have 9 gateways. You want to build in a bunch, like all that, all those 6 gateways should be 6 zealots. 6 zealots definitely, and then like I said, if you had more gateways, I think you'd be better off, and that's why you have a lot of money here. You have 2 too soon. I probably would have brought the observer with his army and just had it in the middle, or had a observer in the middle, because right now you're in an interesting position because you've got a fantastic economy. 2-2 is not that far away. 60-70 seconds, and Zealot charge is almost done, Storm almost done. So if you use Chrono Boost, you may be able to hold on. So what I would probably be doing here is saying, oh my god, he's coming, it's a very strong army. I'd pull back behind the pylons, and I'd spread in these kind of box locations, like one segment here, segment here, segment here, and get ready to defend. Because what's probably under the fog of war is a very spread out Terran army, waiting for you to come to him. If he starts jabbing at the Colossus, which he will. But don't go in. Don't go in. High Templar coming in. I still would have preferred Zealots. 2-2, close, 50 seconds. Storm, 50-60 seconds. It's a bit of an awkward timing for you for sure. You can. Oh, you're pylon blocked here a little bit. You can't build any more units. And let's have a look at his army. Oh, good gods. Oh my god, it's a lot of... Oh my god, his army's really, really good. Really, really strong. Oh, Lex, I think you're about to walk to your death. And that's because you probably don't know he's set up like this as well. Your army composition is a little bit bad here. Far few too many zealots. Your 2-2's so close now. Just 40 seconds, 30 seconds, 40 seconds. I don't think you should have gone in. I would have definitely preferred you to play defensive here. Let him at least come to you, because now what's going to happen is you're going into his defensive position, more spread out. Your zealots are at the back. You've got 1 zealot at the front here. You need to hit Guardian Shield on 2 fronts, 1 over here, 1 over here. Look at all the Stalkers clumped up. Marauders and Sledgehammers versus Stalkers and Kittens. Oh dear, dearie me, as you realise what's going on and you pull out. But that could have been averted a little bit more. And 2-2, look at that, it's going to finish in 15 seconds. Storm almost done as well. But that, unfortunately, is the game. So I'm just going to pause that now. I'm going to come over to Notepad once again. Oops. Alright, so look closer at your army comp. Needs a lot more zealots, less stalkers. Always play defensive. You moved out there. You moved out there in that last fight when, to be honest, you didn't need to go. I think that would have helped out a lot more, to be honest. I think you probably would have been a lot more okay there. But unfortunately now the game's pretty much over here, unfortunately. He's got way too much stuff. He's got 3 bases. A lot of barracks. Lose this. Okay, so that was just one poor engagement, unfortunately, I think, from you. And then combined with a couple of other things as well, Lex. He takes a 4th base as well. But overall, I like it. You're not playing bad. Like you said, you do have pretty decent macro. The only one big thing that's missing, your pylon production is pretty good. Gateway count is very low, is of course recommended to increase that. But yeah, this is it. So, well, thanks for sending in this game, and I hope you enjoyed the analysis. And let's go ahead over to the notepad to finalize everything here. So, I'm going to jump over one more time. Few things to note for your mid game here. Gateways, always too low. On 3 bases, you can go up to 14 to 16 gates, easy. This game you had 9 gateways, but always floating. Always be spread defensively. I don't know what it is with me, yeah, defensively. Always be spread defensively. And check out your upgrades. Check out upgrades and stuff. Alright, so I think in conclusion, there's not really a 5th point in here. So overall, from start to beginning, this is how I think, Lex, you can go ahead and improve better. Scout earlier and faster. That's kind of the same thing. And I don't know why I said that. Scout earlier and more efficiently. Other things that are really mid game. So really look at your 3rd base timing. Adjust that with your gateways, gateway production, and better army comp overall. I think that's kind of not too much you need to change, but that's where to focus on. And I think that's how you're going to become a better player faster. So, you know, thanks, Lex, for sending in your replay, sending in your application and everything. And I hope that everybody else that's watched this has enjoyed it. So thank you, Lex, for allowing them to learn from your mistakes. Thank you, everybody, for watching. This has been Sean Apollo Clark signing off. Lex, expect this in front of you in your email pretty much now or whenever you get the chance to watch this video. So thanks, everybody, for watching. Signing off until next time.